Welcome back to Tuesday's edition of the Floating Head Chronicles. This beautiful photo here, presented by Microdots, was from the hearings today for Karen Reed. Now, y'all know I love me some Alan Jackson. This guy is so fire as an attorney. This is Karen's defense attorney. Mind you, she's got a whole squad, but today was a big day. Turtle Boy was right there on the edge. Just his face says it all, man. But there was just a lot of things to unpack here. This came from one of Turtle Boy's tweets. Auntie Bev is blaming the defense for opening the door for the McAlberts to cry about fake witness intimidation at the first trial. But the first person to mention it was Allie McCabe. Remember when she was lying? When the whole fucking tears, Colin wasn't even there. And then we find out through her Life 360 that she, in fact, went there to go pick up Colin. There was a lot of lies there. So how do you intimidate somebody by calling out the truth of them being liars? That was the whole problem. It's not witness intimidation. It's in public stating, hey, we know that you're lying. And it was facts. It was proven. I don't know how she didn't get perjury charges. Honestly, it's mind-boggling to me. Literally testified on the stand that Colin wasn't in the house when she's the one that went there to go pick him up. And then same day, they put him in the house. So not only did your Life 360 put him there, y'all, this shit is what fires me up. Because then you want to cry oh, people are coming at me and they're saying mean things and a lot of people are harassing me. Yeah, because y'all are lying. Y'all are Googling at 2:27 in the morning, how's long to die in the cold. That's why people are saying some shit, because they know that they want justice for John O'Keefe, and y'all are the ones that can provide it, but you don't want to. You want to pin it on the girl. Now, this is the most epic picture of the day, because we all know how Turtle Boy helped out so much in this case and helped Karen with her defense and sleuthed around and did some fabulous reporting. So this was epic to me that they're making eye contact, and that smile says it all, because literally he is what opened the doorway for this. And I don't even know. I think Karen would have been long in jail if it wasn't for everything that he's done to discredit the lies that all the McAlberts and their party and company have said about this poor woman. And he's been fighting for justice for her since day one. So this to me was like chef's kiss. And I love that he was seated right there at the end. So everybody had to walk by him. Good old Paul O'Keefe and Peggy O'Keefe. You listen, guys, it doesn't even make sense. Your brother and your son pass away. Don't you want justice for who did this, for your child and your brother? Nah, y'all just want to see Karen go down, regardless of the fact that it was proven that there was no way that a car hit that man, but you're still wanting to have Karen pay for something that was already scientifically proven didn't happen, instead of actually get justice. I don't understand. The hatred that they have towards her and him is insane. But I love how Peggy looked at the court officer and was like, what the hell is he doing here? When she saw him in the courtroom, they thought adding him on the witness list was going to prevent him from being allowed into the courtroom. He wasn't a witness. He wasn't there. All he did was help the first time around and add in, debunk everything that they were lying about. Like any other reporter, like any other sleuth, I just don't understand how bad they really just can't stand them, to the level of, hey, we don't even want the proof. We don't even want facts. Okay, we just want to make sure he's in jail and she's in jail and call it a day. Now, I feel like we're going to be sitting through another long-ass trial. The prosecution says it needs 4 weeks to present its case. The defense says it'll likely need between a week and a half to 2 weeks. So that puts us at 6 weeks again. Now, Auntie Bev did not rule on these because the prosecution wants to call Dr. Asik Wolf, a neurosurgeon, to talk about the cause and manner of John O'Keefe's death. The prosecution doesn't want Reed's Lexus brought to the jury view of 34 Fairview at Reed's retrial. It was brought there for the first trial. Like, you bring the jury there to the crime scene. Last time they had the car there. And now they're saying, hey, no, we shouldn't do that, because and then it puts in a false narrative of things that didn't happen. No, like, put the car where it was supposed to be at so they can have a visual of what things would be looking like. That's what you should do, because that's where it took place. But here we are again trying to find any single thing that they could grasp to throw out the door, and it needs to be there. Why would you take them somewhere else to see the car if that's what you're saying is the weapon of murder of John? You want to put him there at the crime scene so that way they can get a visual of what, put it right there by where she would have backed up into him, allegedly, which we already scientifically proven didn't happen. But anyways, that shit really pisses me off. They need to go and see that and put it right there so that way it's easy access. Bada bing, bada boom. Everybody sees everything that was, the car and the house right at the same time. Then they were trying to say, hey, I think Karen should go there. The defense came forward. Miss Little beautifully laid it out and was like, hey, I'm not saying put her on the bus with the jury, but she should be able to go there and see what they're seeing as well. And so Judge Auntie Bev over there did allow that, said, hey, that's fine as long as she's going with like the defense or, not with the jury. She should be there. We agree with that. So I was like, okay, we getting a little bits of wins. And they also really stressed on protecting the jury. So I'm hoping like that. I mean, the McCabe's and the Alberts, they don't need to be there. They weren't there the whole time. They testified as witnesses and then didn't show up until it was time for the jury to deliberate. And then we remember seeing Brian Albert, Colin Albert, Jen McCabe all staring and grilling down the jury. And one of the jurors came forward and said it was very intimidating. They were very intimidated by them directly staring them down the whole time, right before they were about to deliberate. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. We all know what that was about because they weren't there. If you were trying to seek justice or you wanted to hear, you would have been there the whole time, like Karen's dad and Karen's brother. These people stayed the entire trial. You only came back that one day, and for what? Yeah, we all know, to intimidate. And it fucking worked. This is what I'm saying is bullshit. They shouldn't be allowed to do that shit. I'm sorry. You weren't a friend. We all determined that, okay? No friend did any of the things that you do. And if that's the case, with friends like you, who the fuck needs enemies? Now, going back also, just this picture is so epic, but Auntie Bev is going to keep on the whole defense team. So Alan Jackson is safe. Remember, they were questioning him about the ARCA situation and who paid what and did this and what was legal. And she's like, I need to trust the defense and the prosecution side. I need to trust that what you're saying and your word is true and blah, 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 lecture, bullshit. And either way, we'll get to see Crash Daddy again, so he'll get to testify. Those ARCA guys will come back up, and she is going to allow the jury to hear them for round 2, which thank God, because we love the Crash Daddies. We love science, and we love scientific doctors that do everything to prove that this car never hit this man. So bring on whoever you want that's not as credible, because nobody was at the highest level of these two guys. They were hired by the feds, okay? They weren't hired by the defense, and they weren't hired by the prosecution the first go round. So now you're going to bring them on because they know that no vehicle hit that man, regardless if you want to believe it's Karen or not. No car hit him, and they proved that. Guys, we got like 2 weeks left. The defense is trying to ask to push out the trial, but let's just hope that it starts on April Fool's Day, because I just want this to just be over. But I know that they're trying to push for it to be extended because they want to give Karen a chance, because she's federally trying to fight this being dropped altogether. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I have a feeling that we're going to see him April Fool's Day, because this fucking trial's a joke. But yeah, anyways, thank you for listening to my rant. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section, and I hope you have a great day.